In the swirling currents of global geopolitics, where alliances shift like desert dunes and multipolarity has moved from diplomatic jargon to battlefield reality, one partnership stands out as a pillar of strategic stability: India and Russia. And now that partnership is on the brink of a transformation that could reshape the global order. As President Vladimir Putin prepares for a state visit to New Delhi on December 4th and 5th, 2025, the world is watching closely. This is his first visit to India since the Ukraine war erupted in 2022. But the real story is happening behind the scenes. Russia's State Duma has just ratified the RELOS Agreement, the Reciprocal Exchange of Logistic Support Pact, originally signed in February 2025. What looks like a simple logistics arrangement is actually a blueprint for something much larger, something that could turn BRICS from an economic forum into a military constellation. Today you'll understand why RELOS is more than an agreement. Hello and welcome back to TFI Global. BRICS was formed in 2009 as a counterweight to Western economic dominance. Currently, trade between BRICS members have crossed $500 billion annually, while experiments in de-dollarization are accelerating. But now, the alliance is acquiring something even more consequential. Russia already has a logistic support pact with China, and with RELOS being prepared for signing during Putin's India visit, Moscow is creating a military logistics triangle: Russia, China and India. This is a NATO, not yet, but it is a network capable of joint exercises, rapid deployments and crisis response across continents. BRICS, it seems, is no longer just an economic club. It is becoming a strategic shield. At first glance, RELOS appears simple: a shared access to military bases, ports, airfields and support facilities. But let's break down its true power. Under RELOS, Russian warships can refuel in Indian port cities such as Mumbai or Visakhapatnam. Indian Navy vessels can dock at Vladivostok or even Russia's Arctic outposts. Both militaries can support each other with fuel, spares, maintenance, medical facilities and warehousing. Joint exercises and humanitarian operations become smoother, faster and cheaper. This is not just cooperation, this is interoperability, the first building block of alliance-level warfighting. The Russian government made the intent clear. In its note to the Duma, it stated that RELOS would strengthen military cooperation and facilitate port calls and airspace usage. For India, this agreement comes at a crucial time. Over 60% of India's military hardware, spare parts, repairs and maintenance channels remain open and efficient. Amid Western sanctions on Moscow, RELOS acts as insurance. In one stroke, RELOS expands India's reach into the Arctic, strengthens Russian presence in the Indian Ocean and cements a military relationship already defined by S-400s, Su-57 proposals and BrahMos missiles. Putin's visit marks the 23rd India-Russia Annual Summit. The agenda is packed: a joint strategic statement, defense and energy agreements, pharma, trade and fertilizer deals, talks on the India-Eurasian Economic Union (FTA), and the spotlight is unmistakably on defense. Russia is expected to offer an additional S-400 squadron, joint production of the upgraded Su-57M stealth fighter, expansion of BrahMos missile exports, potential cooperation on compact nuclear reactors. Defense analysts buzzing across the social media say RELOS allows India and Russia to deploy troops and weapon systems on each other's soil. A Tu-160 bomber in India isn't impossible. Symbolically, this visit is huge. The handshake in New Delhi will echo across continents. Russia's logistics pact with China already enables joint naval patrols from the Pacific to the Baltic. Adding India to this structure forms a powerful triangle. China and India bring economic heft. Russia provides energy and military capability. BRICS members like Iran, UAE, Egypt and Ethiopia provide geographic depth. This isn't an Article 5 style mutual defense treaty, but it's indeed a force multiplier capable in this direction. coordinated naval patrols in the Indian Ocean, HADR missions in the Red Sea, and crisis deployments in the Indo-Pacific. Strategic air support across Eurasia, Washington and Brussels of course isn't thrilled, but India's message remains steady. Multi-alignment is the new non-alignment. India-Russia defense cooperation is decades old. The S-400 air defense systems have strengthened India's skies. Talks on a second regiment may conclude during Putin's visit. The BrahMos missile, already exported to the Philippines and Indonesia, remains the flagship of India-Russia military engineering. Both are open to discuss on potential deals on S-500 and Su-57. Each of these projects builds an ecosystem, and RELOS is the glue that holds this ecosystem together, enabling sustainment, upgrades and deployments anywhere from Kaliningrad to the Andaman Sea. In the words of Russia's Duma Speaker Volodin, we value them. India and Russia aren't just renewing old ties, they're redesigning the architecture of multipolarity. BRICS, once mocked as a talking club, now whispers of troop rotations, Arctic deployments and integrated logistics networks. RELOS is not a gift, it is a geostrategic signal and a challenge to unipolar dominance. As Putin lands in New Delhi, one question shapes the future. Is BRICS becoming the strategic shield? Only time and the next handshake will tell. Thanks for watching.